Look at this fine little dumpster. It's so cute. But wait. These tiny traffic cones are even cuter. Hello, this is Ken. I like making things. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Every week, I challenge myself to make something fun and creative. Something I am passionate about. I want to use the skills and knowledge I have today to reconnect with my younger self. Watch me explore different ideas and figure out new ways to DIY in an affordable manner. From recreating iconic scenes for my favorite characters, to making dioramas for my figures, to making cool functional gadgets out of everyday material, etc. Help me grow my channel by subscribing, giving this video a like, and commenting down below. That would mean a lot to me and would encourage me to DIY even more fun stuff. Last week, I made some improvements to my Loki figures, so they are more presentable and movie accurate. Check that video out if you haven't already. Here's my Cloud Strife Amiibo figure. It's the same Amiibo figure from my other video. The video where I recreated the original Final Fantasy VII PlayStation 1 cover art. It was alright. But Cloud had to face the other way. So this time, I want to be able to see the charming face of his, along with his unique hairdo. So I need a different idea. I want to put Cloud in another classic FF7 scene. Something like the iconic opening scene. I remember back in 1997. That opening was jaw-dropping. The graphics. The special effects. The cinematography. That music. Everything just felt so magical. And then they remade the game with current-gen graphics. But with the perfect touch of nostalgia. They even kept the opening exactly the same. With that overview of Midgar. And then zooms into the train station. And ending with Cloud making his entrance. That is the scene I want to remake this time. Compared to all my other diorama displays, this one will be a bit more complicated due to the number of objects in the scenes. So, can I make it? First I am going to build my set in 3D. Because I love 3D things. Now you probably notice I am using very basic geometry. This is because back in the PS1 days, the models were all low poly. The original PlayStation was not able to handle complex models. Okay, that's an excuse. The real reason is because it's quite difficult to fold smooth round surfaces, hahaha. So if I keep the models angular, they would be much easier to fold and glue. Actually, low poly modeling is still a technique often used by gaming companies to minimize the number of polygons on screen. If the textures are done right, they can trick the viewer's eyes. Thus more simplified models can be used. This is my approach too. I am hoping that my textures are convincing enough so that the obvious folds can be overlooked. Hahaha. Tada! Here is the scene with textures on. Took me a while to get the lighting and tones right. I think this will work. Here are all the pieces printed. Now all I gotta do is to cut them out, fold and glue them together. Cut, cut, cut. I am going to start with the main piece for the ground. You may notice that it's in the shape of a trapezoid instead of a rectangle. That is because I am playing with forced perspective here. A good example is Disney World. Like how the castle is actually much smaller than it seems. If I make this set 1-to-1 to the figure, it will be massive. And it will take the attention away from the figure itself. Which is not what I want. I want Cloud to be the main attraction still. That's why I am making the objects at the back much smaller in comparison than the objects near the front. It may look weird now, but everything should come together nicely in the end. Now let's build the walls next. More cut, cut, cut. I am going to distract you with a story while I cut and fold in the background. Back in 1997, my older brother and I both loved Final Fantasy VII. I was still too young at that time to fully understand the game, so I would watch my brother play and enjoyed it that way. My little brother was even younger, so he didn't get to play and enjoy the game back then. However, when the remake came out in 2020, something magical happened. Now that we are all grown up and living separately, we played the game separately as well. But the coolest thing was, our age gaps were no longer a barrier. We were all enjoying the same game together at the same time as adults. sharing our gaming experience and excitement with each other daily. That feeling was special, being able to connect to each other on the same topic that we couldn't really decades ago. For a moment, we weren't just brothers, our ages didn't matter. We were just excited gamers chatting with each other. I think this is why this game will always be special to me. Back to the wall. Look at that subtle depth. Nice. Now let me do the other wall as well. Time to glue them onto the base. Ta-da! The perspective is working, yay. Now let's add the back wall. This will be the main fake light source for the set. Guess what this next object is? It's the train. I wasn't sure if this would work, because I went with a very low poly model. The reasoning is because from the front, you won't really see much of the train. There is no need to add too much details. Okay. The main reason is because it would take too much time and effort to fold a realistic looking train. I hope I captured the shape and essence of the train, so it doesn't stick out as a distraction. Look at them. They are so basic looking, haha. But when I put them at the right spot, they do resemble a train. Let me distract you with Cloud. Did it work? Haha. Now I can't have a Final Fantasy VII set without the Mako reactor. I went with the same approach for the reactor. I won't be able to fold a smooth surface anyway, so I am going to embrace the more angular look. Think of it as an homage to the PlayStation 1 days. Look at it. So angular. It's going to chill here in the background. Yep. I think this works. Once Cloud is there, you don't really notice the angular shapes. I am pretty happy with it so far. But it still looks a bit bland. Like it needs more 3D things here and there. That's where this tiny dumpster comes in. And these adorable baby cones. Let's add a couple more background details to the scene first. Hiya, 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 hiya. Look at that. It now looks more believable as a set. Let's put Cloud back on and see. Now there's only one thing left to fix. The bright golden base for the figure. It is drawing my eyes towards it more than the figure itself. Let me work my magic. Molly molly home. Ta-da! The base is now gone. Okay, it's just hidden below the ground. But that looks 20 times better. Now this is near perfect. Everything looks great as a whole. Nothing sticks out like a sore thumb. Everything is blending in together nicely. It looks and feels like the train station from the game. I know the scale is off, but Cloud is the protagonist after all. He gets the spotlight. But I still feel like it's missing its final touch. The cherry on top. Ahawa. I know the exact element to add to the scene. Ta-da. This is the cherry. A 3D one too. Give my 3D cherry a like. Look at that 3D-ness. This set is now complete. It's so much cooler than my PS1 album art recreation. This one is way more 3D. And it captures elements from both the original and the remake, mixing and blending the two nicely in my opinion. This little project took a while to complete, but I can't argue with the result. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. I have other DIY for you to check out on my YouTube channel. And I have other DIY ideas for the future as well. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. I can't wait to show you my other ideas. Thank you for watching. Stay inspired. And I will see you next Saturday. I can make it. So can you.